Every person has a story. Some stories are filled with joy, others are marked by pain, loss, regret, or questions. For a long time I believed the hardest parts of my story were something to hide. But God has been teaching me that our greatest wounds often become the places where His grace shines the brightest. So today, I simply want to tell you my story. Not because I've arrived, but because Jesus met me where I was. Today I want to share with you possibly one of the most difficult stories that I'll ever share. If you've been around a while, you've heard me say that my story isn't over. Today I want to tell you why those words mean so much to me. There was a time in my life when I believed I wasn't enough. As a little girl, I heard words that no child should ever hear. I was made to believe that I was a mistake. Even as I grew older, those words have stayed with me. They shaped the way I saw myself and sometimes still see myself. No matter what I've accomplished, getting married, becoming a wife, a mom, a nurse even, deep inside, I still wrestled with believing that I had value or any type of worth. For years, I tried to prove that I was enough for other people, even enough for God, enough to matter, but no amount of trying ever brought peace. The beautiful thing, however, is that God never gave up on me. Even when I couldn't see my worth, He saw me. Even when I questioned my purpose, He had one. Even when I carried wounds that no one could see, He gently and patiently began healing them. That healing hasn't happened overnight. It's been a process of actually years. And honestly, if I'm being truthful, I'm still healing. One of the hardest things God asked me to do was to forgive the people who had hurt me. That forgiveness didn't mean what happened was okay. It didn't erase the pain, but it released me from carrying the weight of bitterness. And bitterness is a very heavy weight to carry. I discovered that forgiveness wasn't the end of my healing. It was the beginning of it. And as I've spent more time in God's words over the years, and even more recently, deeper in God's word, I've begun to realize something that changed everything. My identity has never been found in what someone else said about me. It hasn't been found in my successes, and certainly not in my failures. It isn't found in how useful I can be. My identity is found in Jesus. He calls me His daughter, chosen, loved, redeemed, and that's a huge gift. It's such a blessing. That truth has been slowly replacing the lies I've believed for so many years. And today, my life looks so very different. I'm in a new season, and as I've mentioned before, I recently retired from nursing, and I've been able to spend so much time enjoying with my family, my husband Mark, my grandchildren, exploring God's beautiful creation, not only traveling in our camper van, but in everyday life. But more than anything, I've been learning to simply walk with Him, not because I've life figured out, but because He's proven Himself so faithful to me. That's one of the biggest reasons why I've started this channel, Faith for Life's Next Season. Not because I'm an expert and not because I've arrived. But because I know there are people watching who feel forgotten, who wonder if God could use someone like them, who are carrying wounds that no one else can see. If that's you, I want you to know this: God is not finished with you. Your past does not get the final word. Your pain is not wasted. Your failures do not define you. Jesus is still redeeming stories every single day, mine included. I don't have it all figured out, but I'm learning to believe that God can still use me, even while He's still healing me. And if He can do that for me, He can do that for you too. That's the biggest thing that I want to relay to you. I want to thank you so much for letting me share my story. This is just a little bit of it, and in later videos, I'm going to go through the process, talk about that a little bit more. But in every video, I pray on this channel that you'll see less and less of me and more of Jesus. Because my life isn't the message, Jesus is. And your story isn't over. I'm so glad you're here, and I thank you so much for taking the time to watch this video. I would love it if you would leave anything I could pray for you in the comments below, because I truly would love to pray for you. And if you've enjoyed the video, I would really, really like it if you would give it a big thumbs up, because that helps me out. Share and subscribe so we can spend more time together. I would just love to get to know you more and more. But in the meantime, I would just like to thank you again for watching, and I look forward to seeing you all in the next video. Have a blessed day. If you're carrying wounds that make you wonder whether God could ever use you, I hope my story reminds you that He isn't finished. He sees every tear, every regret, every hidden hurt, and His grace is greater. If He can redeem my story, He can redeem yours too. Thank you for letting me share a piece of my journey. I'm so glad you're here.